Hey y'all, this is Lady J coming back at y'all with a serious issue. I don't know what's going on with these young moms today. I really don't. I don't know why um when they start to become moms or even in the womb, it's just some things that you know that you don't go for, okay? Um Here in Philadelphia, we have a little boy who's 2 years old. His name is King Hill, who's missing. Now, I don't know if everybody knows this, so I'm just putting this out here. I know I don't have a lot of viewers, but just in case, his name is King Hill. I don't have a picture to upload or to show you right this moment, but you can always look it up and you'll find articles on it. It just don't make no sense to me. You got this 2 year old little kid who's not even with his father, he's with his stepfather, whom the mother is no longer with. But I'm assuming that he's supposed to be the guy, a good guy that takes care, that's the one willing to step up and still be a dad to this little boy, assuming, you know what I mean? And she gives him to him for a weekend. Then in turn tells her that he gave her son to the babysitter, and then the babysitter says she gave the child back to the mother, but yet and still there's no kin. It don't make no sense. It seems like to me that the mother is one of these moms, and I see it a lot. I see it a lot. They willing to pawn their children off on anybody just to do them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying she a bad mom or whatever. I don't know what's going on. It's just like with the Kanika case. They got a lot of Facebook back and forth. He say, she say. I don't know. But my message is like when you become a mom, there's sacrifices you're going to have to make. That includes who you date, who you bring around your children, where you let your children go, what schools they're going to go to, the friends they're going to have. It's a lifelong situation. It's not something that after a certain time you just okay, it's whatever. No, it's a lifelong thing up until they get grown. And even then, you're still going to worry about them, the people they be around, the moves they make. You know what I mean? If you really are into your children like that, because it's a lot of females that's not into their children like that. You know, they let them go anywhere, be with anybody, don't care where they are, don't care if they see them for days on end, don't care if they go to school, nothing. But this is a 2 year old child we're talking about. I mean, it's so many areas we can get into. I'm not even going to do it. But this is a 2 year old child. And to me, it's like everybody wants to play pass the buck about a 2 year old child. My opinion, I feel like everybody should be locked up. I don't care. You know what I mean? If you can't confirm to me that you dropped this baby off to this girl, you know what I mean? Because their two stories are lining up. He said he dropped the baby off to the babysitter. Said yeah, and then I dropped the baby off to the mom. So I don't know if those two are in cahoots or is the mother lying. But where's this 2 year old child? Beautiful 2 year old boy. Look like he wouldn't do. I mean, he's two, so he can't do anything to anybody. Beautiful. I am so sick of all these kids being harmed by reckless parents. And when it all comes down to it, it does lead back to the mom. I hate to be that way, but it does. Because when you're a child, when they say the way your childhood is, it will shape how you will be as an adult, it also will shape how you be as an parent. Because I know for me, when I was younger, not when I got older, but when I was younger, I felt like I stayed gone from my mom. She was always going out, always, clubbing and all that stuff. It was the early 80s and everything like that, late 70s, early 80s. So I felt like, I was always at somebody's house every other weekend and this, that, and the other. Now, granted, The people she left me with was either with my family or somebody she known like family, and I never ever was harmed by anybody. But it did shape me to the point where when I became a mom, I didn't leave my kids with any and everybody. Not even family, people that you call family. It was none of that. Especially when I had my first son. But I kept everybody's kids, or I brought people kids over. You know what I'm saying? So he could have somebody to play with. I trusted them more than just sending him off to anybody. You know what I mean? Because people don't play with full decks out here. You know, and you don't know what type of mindset they have. You know, people mask their mental illness very well. So I just feel like if you can't get the truth for any of them, lock them all up. Because eventually somebody's going to tell. Somebody going to get a whiff of what jail really is like, really about, you know, and then in prison ain't no better, you know, and then they really going to, you know, realize they can't go nowhere, they can't hide. Somebody gonna crack and tell. And now supposed to be the one little rumor that I'm starting to hear about on Facebook, because I don't even go on Facebook with most of these cases. I really don't, because you know, people who swear they know everything don't know nothing at all. But the fact and the one thing that we do know is that this little boy is missing. The fact of one thing that we do know is that he was with the stepfather last, who then handed the baby off to the babysitter, who now the babysitter says gave back to the mom, who now there's no little king. So, like I said, I feel like all three of them should be locked up, and anybody else involved with keeping this lie going, because between them three, somebody has to know what happened to that little boy. Somebody has to know. So somebody's calling me like it's an emergency. I'm going to end this live, but yeah, anybody who lives in my area, hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Anybody who lives in our area that knows where that little boy is, knows where they seen that little boy, knows anything of that's not right that's been going on in that little boy life, y'all need to step forward and y'all need to tell, because time is of the essence. He's been gone too long, too long, you know, and you know, after the first 24 hours with a child, the chances of them returning is never great. So I'm gonna need for y'all to step up. And you know what I mean? I know everybody want to mind their business and all that stuff, but that's a 2-year-old child that can't defend themselves. If y'all know something, say something seriously and be on the lookout. Peace out, Lady J.